with y'all back in another video, and today I'm reviewing the unreleased Nike KD6 in the gumbo, or they're calling it the Illusion colorway now. It's the OG All-Star colorway when it was in New Orleans. Very nostalgic and iconic shoe. I took them to the court, got to go hoop in them. I wore these through high school. My first pair of these was the Ligers. I'm gonna pop some pics up. They're a little embarrassing. I had like one or two other colorways when I was in high school, but funny, good times, man. They were never the best hoop shoe, but they were so iconic just off their looks, the asymmetrical tongue, and everybody was swagging them on and off the court. One of my favorite times in Nike basketball history, y'all old heads like to say it was before that. I think that was Nike's prime, personally. Before we get into it though, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And to start off with the looks, I gave these a 10 out of 10 on the short review. I think this is a beautiful shoe. Love the design, love the silhouette. I have some of the OG pairs still, like the Unpearls and the Wethers. And I love when you loose lace them, you open them up like this, you get that special look with the split tongue. The side of the shoe is black, and then you have the design on the outer part of the shoe. There's a ton of details on the insole and then the sock liner as well. These shoes do also glow in the dark. I have the 3M laces in. These are the extra laces, but they also come with all black laces as well. One thing I do want to point out, so I remember a couple years ago, I got an OG pair of these, and it had 3M laces in. I don't know if the OG pair came with the extra laces or just the 3M, but 3M laces were so stiff. Like lacing them up with the OG pair, the lockdown and everything with this lacing system already kind of, it's not bad, but it's not great or good by any means either. And the laces were so stiff they didn't really bend, or weren't really flexible at all, so that didn't help. These are a lot more flexible and felt very similar to just the regular plain black laces. I do think that is a nice and slight upgrade. And these shoes do glow really bright in the dark. Let's talk about the lockdown a little bit. So the lacing system, they have this string going through that the laces go through. One, they're really hard to relace. I had my girl do it. Shout out to her, because it was frustrating the hell out of me. And you can't pull them too tight. I will stress this enough. Don't do it. I did it when I had these in high school, and I would like try to just tie them tighter to get them as tight as possible. I don't know, something about the shoe just makes you feel like you want it tighter. Like, I be trying. But if you pull the laces too tight, you will pop those lace holes, and there's nothing you could do about it once they pop. There's no way to like re-glue it or like put it in a different hole. Pause. Once it's broke, it's broke. So just be careful with that. Put your shoes tight, but not too tight. You'll be listening like this top part, and the only thing you could do is literally just tie it in the lower one and rock out from there. Nike did do the thing with these. A lot of y'all have been complaining about the prices with different shoes they have retroed and brought back. These are coming back for $145, and they will be dropping this month on the 27th. I got these early from StockX, so shout out to them if you want to pick them up early. Link will be down in the description below. They're actually pretty low resale right now, even for them being early pairs. One of my followers did tell me that the JD Sports, if you're in Arizona, at the Scottsdale Mall, has pairs sitting for retail, already out and posted. I never go in any store besides like Dick's Sporting Goods and maybe Foot Locker, so I gotta start checking out these other stores too. I don't know why or who like green lights it for them to put it out early, or how it accidentally happens, but that would have been a lot easier to do. But for $145, I find it's a pretty fair, decent price, and a very nostalgic shoe for a lot of y'all, and I know a lot of y'all want them, so can't complain with that one. My only curiosity is if these will do the same thing that the KD4s did. I think like the first pair of KD4s was like hard to get, and then when they started dropping a bunch of different colors, all the young kids didn't want them, and that's like majority of the hoop crowd. All the unks ain't hooping as much or as often as them. So the KD4s sat. Those pairs going for like $70, and all the different stores and everything sitting in stores, which is crazy to me. Find a Nerf or a Texas or a Pearl KD4 sitting in stores for way under retail. Hey, I was happy about it. Now we get into the midsole tech. This is a retro, not a Pro-Tro, so they did not update any of the tech. It has a Max Air heel unit that you can see it is exposed. Phylon midsole, and it has a 4-foot Zoom Air unit. You can't really feel any of those air units at all. Cushion, I gave it like a 6 out of 10. So OG shoe, it is what, they're on 18 right now, so 14 years old. Damn, 12 years old, bad math. I got mixed up, I was talking about the 4. So yeah, the cushion with today's standards just isn't really the best at all. I don't know why they bring some of these back but don't like update the cushion at all. Why give anything? If you want to keep everything else the same, make the cushion better, swap out the Phylon for like Cushlon. Or maybe even React. I'm not a huge fan of React, but just somewhat of a slight upgrade, you know. I don't even remember what retail price was back then, but I'm assuming the price was raised a little bit, so you could add a little bit there. I do have good core feel. You do need to break in the upper a little bit, but it surprisingly was not as uncomfortable as I thought it would be hooping in. I will say, all my reviews, I try to make sure I wear a similar sock, so sizing and comfort is all the same with each shoe that I do wear. If you see me like in a different sock for the videos and stuff, when you've seen the short reviews, just know I put on an NBA sock at the end of the day to try to like test it, see how the fit was and everything. And they were cool. I wouldn't say they're super comfortable by any means, but it wasn't uncomfortable either for me. And when it comes to the fit of the shoe, I would go true to size. It is slightly long in the toe box, not anything crazy. There's definitely a little space in there. It's kind of like a good amount of space. And the shoes are a little bit narrow. If you are a wide footer, I would suggest probably trying these on in store. Or, I hate saying going to half size up. So for sizing for me, I'm shifty, athletic, I can dunk, like to get downhill, like to move. Playing defense, like a lot of stop and goes in my game. If I have too much space in my shoe and the toe, my foot is going to constantly hit the top. And when that happens, my toe is going to bruise. So I don't want my toe to be like jammed against the front, but I don't want like a lot of space either where my foot is constantly sliding back and forth in the shoe. It's like a happy middle ground for me. And if a shoe is too narrow for me, but it has the right length, I don't like going half size up because it just causes issues for me with like, okay, now the shoe's a little longer. Now I might have some heel slippage. Or my foot in the shoe might just start sliding forward and back, but it's wide enough, if that makes sense. I would recommend going true to size. If you have a wide foot, I would suggest trying it on. Or if you don't mind the toe being a little bit long, then rock out. It's just what fits my play style best. Next, when we get into, also we have this hexagonal glow in the dark with the black lines, also pattern. We got the KD logo at the bottom. Traction on these was amazing. Traction on these was better than a majority of the Nike shoes that dropped this year, which was really surprising to me. Because if you watch my reviews, you kind of know how I feel about Nike's traction. Like, Nike makes good traction, but if you wear, like, 361s, SPO, Way of Wade, a lot of their shoes stick on any court, any condition. Not every single pair, but a majority of them. Whereas, like, Nike, it's like one or two shoes really stick in any condition, and the other ones, like, they're good, they're suitable, they get the job done, but they're never, like, stop on a dime. These stop on a dime. Took them to 2 different courts, hooped in them, played in them. Didn't really have to wipe much at all. And I love taking my shoes when I test them to a shaky court. Not like trash, because if it's trash, most shoes are going to be kind of shaky on that court. I like going to like a LA Fitness, or I've been hooping recently at like this prep school. And their court, it's in the middle. It's not super dusty, but it's definitely not like squeaky clean where every shoe is just sticking and biting like crazy. These stick, bite like crazy, didn't slip at all, didn't have any issues. Traction was on par with the 361 BioSpeed BB2s that I tried that day, and those are the best 361 shoe that has came out ever in terms of basketball, performance-wise. If you want a review on those, let me know in the comments, because 361 full reviews, nobody really tunes in, even if it is a really good shoe, so if you want it, let me know in the comments below. But back to the topic at hand, they do have a nice squeak, and the traction on these, 10 out of 10, no issues at all. I started with 9.5, I'm like, all right, I gotta really see. Took it to another gym, still was sticking like glue. I said, yeah, I gotta give him that 10 out of 10 stamp. Yeah. Traction more consistent for me than the Ja 3s, the Sabrina 3s. Was even more consistent than the GT Cut 3s and the LeBron 23s. And I got it on par with the GT Cut 4s. And last but not least on the list, we have the weight of the basketball shoe. Another good quality in this basketball shoe. They're coming at 330 grams in my size. I wear a size US 9. Average weight for my size hoop shoe is 370 to 400 grams. So they are well below, about 40 to 70 grams below that number. And it's lighter than every Nike basketball signature shoe this year, including Kobe 6, Kobe 5, Sabrina 3, Ja 3, all of them. They're close. A lot of those are around like 350 to 460 range, but are like 100 grams lighter. It was like the LeBron 23, the Book 2s, the Nike GT Cut 1 and 4. A shoe that is a very similar weight is Nike GT Cut 3. Those typically coming around 330 grams as well. Just to give y'all some references on the weight. I will say, super light. I don't know why I thought these were going to be like closer to like 310, 300 flat. But they do feel really good, quick on feet. And here's my overall take on the Nike KD 6 Retro. If you're drooping, if you don't. To start, these are certified ankle sprainers. I cannot stress this enough. It's a narrow shoe. The heel is pretty narrow. The forefoot gets a little wider, but just with the lockdown and the lacing system, if you got weak ankles, I'm telling you now, stay away. Like, don't test it. Don't be like, oh, I remember KD and my time back when I was young, and don't do it. I remember when I was young hooping these, I used to roll my ankle with them all the time. And I don't roll my ankle often at all. Last time I rolled my ankle was probably 4 years ago. I think it was when I first met my girlfriend, and we both rolled our ankles. That was the last time I've had an ankle injury, and before that, I couldn't even tell you. And mind you, I hoop 6 days a week. And I'm also dunking, getting in traffic, grabbing rebounds, whole bunch of stuff like that where I'd be a lot more susceptible to it than people that just play like catch and shoot. The main thing to start, just trying to help y'all save y'all basketball career so y'all can hoop, play pickup or high school, college, as long as you can, man. Enjoy the game without injuries. Injuries suck. As far as the look though, beautiful shoe. Can't wait for the PB&Js. I will be getting those. And any other colorways they drop this year, I'll most likely be getting. The meteorologies are dropping. I don't know if I really want those. I might get them just for content, but that was a one colorway growing up I didn't really love. If they bring back like the Maryland Blue Crabs, the Ligers, N7s, the ones like that, need them for sure. If you're big on cushion too, it's not the shoe for you. I feel like this shoe is for a person that's like slimmer build, more of a like quick, fast guard, but doesn't really prioritize cushion and more so is worried about traction and weight of a basketball shoe. I'd definitely be wearing these more in the future. Only thing that concerns me though is just the ankle part. I'm like, bro, if I get hurt doing anything that I do, like I have dunk contests that possibly coming up, I have to hoop to like review and break in shoes. That's one thing that really scares me, and like, I don't know, bruh. I don't know if it's worth the risk. A lot of people like to know when I did bring them to runs, got some questions about them and everything, so it's definitely a cool shoe and a great talking piece. And maybe some of y'all will be rocking these with the cargos and the matching Nike tee. We're gonna see some cool old school fits with them. Old school. Before we get out of here though, I gotta show y'all my other two KD6s I have. I have the original ones. I got the OG pearls. You see they loose laced already. Ready to go with any fit at any time. These were the ones, bro. Like when these came out back then, anybody had them, shit, you might get, I'm saying. I was gonna say you might get robbed, but hell no. Then these, the any what the back then, bro, was just legendary. To be able to get these at this time. I don't hoop in either of these. I think the traction on these is low-key terrible. I did try like the grip spritz because they sent me some and it worked well on these, but I don't do that with any other shoe. If the traction is good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I don't really be forcing shoes and trying to, bring whatever kit or something to make it work good. Especially doing reviews. Like I don't want to spray them, make the traction good, and then be like, oh, the traction's good, and then y'all get it and it's trash. I believe the pearls are dropping this year though for the KD6s, so it's time to get rid of my OG pair and get the retro pair when they do come out. Because when they release, nobody's gonna want the OG pair. At least not anybody that hoops. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm out of here. Any other reviews that you want to see, let me know down in the comments below. Yes, the Gamma 2 review is coming soon. I'm trying to wait to get the second pair, but the way y'all keep asking, I might have to do it. I'll catch y'all next one though. I'm out of here.